Hey, sorry, do you mind if I grab you for just 1 second? No, it won't. Well, no, it's fine. It's just, well, just come through 1 second. It's just, I heard that you're setting off on your own after we've boarded, and I've just been worried. I don't mean that to be offensive or rude. I have full faith in you. I mean, we've sailed together for years. It's just, I don't think I would be able to forgive myself if something did happen to you. You show such great promise, and I know you've wanted to sail alone for so long. But, as you know from all the time we've sailed together here, it gets dangerous. I remember last time you asked me for my help, and I didn't really know what to say. You kind of caught me off guard. But I've been thinking, and, well, you see, I have this book. And this is the book that I used all those years ago before I first set out. And it helped me ever such a lot. Now, I know we've gone through the tales in this book before and the stories, but there's so much more that can be helpful and that you can learn from. So, do you have the time? You do. Would it be okay if we went through some of it together? Okay. Thank you. Let's have a look through the pages and see if there's anything helpful while we have some time tonight. I'm not sure how long it'll be though, the weather's really getting worse. Did you hear? There's supposed to be a storm tonight. Yeah, it's going too bad. Did you get some rest? No? Well, that's fine. You can just try not to die. Anyway, so let's have a look, shall we? So the piratology book, it's kind of one that's read by all pirates before they first start sailing. I know it saved a few from certain death. I know you've read the pages about manning the ship, of course. I mean, you're very skilled, you're very good. Okay, well, there's some more things you can learn from, though. So, it won't take long. We'll just jump in and see what's useful. I'll give you this to take with you when you go. I think it'll help you. Have you read the page on navigation? Okay, we'll go through. We start off with flags, so each pirate captain flies his own flag, making him easy to identify. It must be noted, however, that these rogues are likely to fly all manner of flags in order to disguise their true natures. You must approach all unknown vessels with care. So, a note on circumnavigation. The easiest way to circumnavigate the globe is from west to east. Sail down the coast of Africa, around the Cape of Good Hope, across the Indian Ocean, and from there to China and the Philippines. From there, across the Pacific Ocean, sail down the west coast of South America and around Cape Horn. Sailing from east to west is more common, but it's not to be recommended due to the contrary nature of the winds. Dangers from pirates. Any captain sailing around the world must be aware of the threat of pirates. These rogues infest shipping. What an interesting segment. Infest shipping lanes in many parts of the world, both the Caribbean Sea and the coasts of South and Central America are riddled with them. Another place famous for pirates is the island of Madagascar, which provides a base from which to attack ships on the Indian Ocean. In the Far East, the coast of China is particularly well known for pirates, as are the Straits of Malacca, where Malay pirates lie in wait for merchant ships heading westward towards Africa, India and Europe. Currently, it seems there is little chance of ever eradicating them completely, but as peace grows between the countries of the colonies in these areas, it seems that great steps are being taken to destroy them. Navigational charts. Navigation remains more of an art than a science. Sea charts can be inaccurate, and the expert pilot relies on his own judgment. Both honest pirates and men alike rely on maps produced accordingly to the Mercator projection, in which distances are not reproduced accurately, but directions and bearings are, so it's possible to calculate the direction one must sail in order to reach a particular point. Charts of ports, bays, and capes are reproduced as drawings which show shallows, rocks, and other features, enabling a ship to find them and sail them safely. These charts are called wagoners, after the great Dutch chart maker. In their efforts to stamp out piracy, from time to time governments offer free pardons to all those who give up their villainous ways to become law-abiding citizens. Sadly, the lure of piracy is too strong for many who return to their former ways. It then falls to a few brave men to hunt them down and bring them to justice. As trade increases, so do the efforts of government to subdue these rogues and make them pay the ultimate price. What was that? No, of course it's not true. Is that what you've been thinking? Is everything's a trap? That's why we read the things they write, to know what they think about us. You can't trust anybody, especially not me. Pirates and privateers. There is often confusion between the terms buccaneer, pirate, and privateer. A pirate is always a criminal, while a privateer can be a law-abiding man. Pirate. A pirate is any seafarer, man or woman, who commits acts of robbery on the high seas. Piracy is as old as seafaring itself. Many pirates and buccaneers have sailed on occasion as privateers. Buccaneer, also known as freebooters. Buccaneers were particularly those English and French pirates who were based on the island of Tortuga and in Port Royal in the 17th century. Privateer. A privateer is a man who sails with a commission known as a letter of marque. These letters are issued by governments and permit the privateer to take prize of enemy ships. There's a back here of nautical and piratical. Piratical readings, hard terms. Abaft, to the rear of a ship. Now I know you know all these, but you might find something you don't know. A beam, at right angles to a ship. About, to turn. Aft. Go on then, what's aft? At the back of a ship. Ahoy. Hello. Aloft, up in the rigging. Amidships, in the centre of a ship. Avast, stop. Aye aye, yes. Bail, to remove water in a bucket. Belay there, stop that. Bilges, the bottom of a ship's hold, full of water and bilge ends. Bow, the very front of a ship. Bowsprit, a spar extending from the bow. Bow, isn't it? So you say it? I don't know. I've got no idea. Bulkhead, wooden walls inside a ship to stop cargo running about. Capstan, a barrel-shaped device used to weigh the anchor. Careen, to scrape the hull of a ship, clean the barnacles and weeds. Cast off, let's go. How interesting. There's a section here on pirate disagreements. When two pirates have a disagreement, the captain often lets them fight it out with a sword or cutlass, usually on shore. I learned that on the way to Jamaica. Two of Drummond's crew came to blows over Ruby Ring. They refused to stop the ship, and the men had to fight on deck with daggers. It was to stitch up these men's wounds that the surgeon had been kidnapped. How convenient. What is it you were planning to search for again? Okay, but what do you actually expect to find? Okay, that makes more sense. Well, you know, while we have them and while we're here, let's have a look through and see if there's anything that can help you. I'm not quite sure if they're related or if there's anything important in them, but we'll have a look. I write this letter in haste. I intend to seal it, along with my journal, in a sea chest for safekeeping in the unlikely event that my captain is the victor in the battle that lays before us. As you may guess, we finally tracked our quarry and moreover have at least obtained the missing piece of the map that so intrigued us. I've not yet managed to identify the island, nor have I time to decipher the writing on it. I believe it's an old-fashioned code of the type used by Mary, Queen of Scots, during the Bywin deployed in England. I provided a gloss that may help in its decipherment. Should I be proved wrong about the outcome of this day, I hope this letter finds its way into safe hands. It will take up the search for this piece of treasure, and should you find it, please bear in mind and have care for those that placed it there, or take it all. Interesting. do the utmost to take all of the doesn't seem too important. With my warmest regards, I hope to meet. It's personal. It's like we have a code. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. You might as well take this with you. You have it. Can you read? Are you sure about going alone? Might it be an idea to learn to read fast? Well, no, that's fine then, of course. Next one. Dear Jamie, another personal one. You don't mind my calling you Jamie, do you? Especially as I'm sitting on one of your own chairs. Okay, really? I'm writing to thank you on leaving your house unguarded after signing the warrant of my arrest. Perfect. I borrowed a few keys and kegs of gunpowder. It was very silly of you, Jamie, and I hope you don't cancel the warrant because I'd like to pay you another visit. But you'll never catch me, and nor will that dreadful, insufferable fool William. Until the next time. Well, inspiring. See, it's an absolute pleasure to read. The gossip you get is unbeatable. My dear William, I hope this letter reaches you in a timely fashion. I've just received an interesting letter from Woods Rogers, Governor-in-Chief of the Bahamas. As you know, Mrs. Woods Rogers thoroughly applauds our attempts to stamp out piracy, and had discovered that our velodrome make a brief stop in something in Rutvik something. There she paid a deposit which enabled her to secure the lease on a small hostelry. I can't read this. Can you read this? No, never mind, I forgot, sorry. And also commissioned this Handville advertising home for retired seafaring folk. It may well be she decided to retire from the pirate's life after her present voyage of things that we shall escape potentially. Governor Rogers may find the ears to offer her pardon for terms of the King's law, and so I'm writing to her to capture before she can draw back. Escape justice. I'm including 2 items of this letter. The first is the letter I told you about, which she so imprudently sent to me after rowing my home. The second is a drawing of a locket left behind at my home after the robbery. It's clear evidence of some kind of relationship between them. I trust this finds you well, and you redouble your efforts. Dear Sirs, I write to you by way of introducing a book for which you might feel is worth publishing. Might be worth publishing. History of the robberies and the murders of the most notorious pirates. I was lucky enough to see a copy of this version of the Captain meant to see in my own book to be a record of my adventures. Pirate hunter. It shall record all manner of details that I write about these desperate rogues, as I am writing about capturing one particularly nasty pirate who I've chased all the way around the world. A capture will mark the end of my journal, which I will include in the packet along with this letter. You may think I'm jumping the gun in penning this before they're captured, but I'm confident in the success of my plan. By the time you receive this letter, it will be over, and it might be exciting to have a letter written in the middle of my actions. If the book's not ready, please could you take the trouble to return it to me. These were all the most boring letters I've ever seen. I'm sorry. Would you like to take the one with the treasure, the code? We won't be going near there, so you may as well. Where was it? Here it is. You can have this one. Hopefully you use it or find something. But listen, we're going to have to go soon because the weather's getting bad, and I know we're going to be on the decks all night with buckets again. But if you think you'd be able to change your mind on sailing alone, I know there are many that would follow you. There's a lot that are sick with being here. And, I mean, just, if you need help, tell me and I'll get something arranged, okay? Anyway, let's go quickly before they realise we're gone. Listen, if we don't speak again, it was good to know you, I suppose, in some ways.